Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bala. My job is simplify React so that you can build your own projects in React. Now you are in the second episode of Recoil.js. If you haven't watched first episode, please watch. This is a introduction of the Recoil.js and how it works in React application and everything I have explained. So please watch it there and come back here. If you like the content, please like and subscribe my channel. Yeah, let's start. As I have mentioned earlier, Recoil.js is the state management for React application. Officially, Facebook team has released. How it works, Recoil.js in our components and everything I am showing on the flow diagram. How your data is going from the ATOMS, selector, and components. The main thing in Recoil.js, it's a construction of both the ATOMS and the selectors. ATOMS is nothing but a small piece of state, and the selector is a derived state of your atoms. That means if you want to perform some operations on your atoms, then you can go with the selectors. If you don't want to perform any operations or anything, just you want to use the state in your component, then you can do atoms. If you see here, this is the atoms and selectors. First, data flow will go from Recoil root to atoms, atoms to selector, and selector to your derived components, like whatever number of components, your parent or child components, it will be like this. Data flow will be like this. Now come back to what is atom and similarly selectors. So these two things we will learn in this episode, and later I will give a real-time practice so that you can understand everything in project, how it works in atoms and the selectors. Yeah, the atoms, as I have mentioned, atom is a small piece of state. So how you are creating in React state, like use state, right? Same thing. This is also like, instead of use state, you can make it as an atom, like this. If you see the right side, atom. This atom takes initial object. That object contains key and default and effects. So the key default is the more important. Key should be unique. It should not be duplicate in any other items. And same thing default. If you want to add null, array, anything you want to keep it as a default, we can keep it. That is called atoms. Now coming to selector, as I have mentioned, selector is a derived state from your atom. That means like you want to perform something operation in an atom, then you can use the selector. Same syntax for the atom like selector. If you see selector takes the initial object. The object contains key and get, and set as well, one more parameter, but we haven't used set. For get, what it will do, it will take the whatever operations you want to do on the atoms. We can get the corresponding atom and we can perform some operations like see, this is the username state, that is my atom name, and I'm getting that atom to in selector. After that, I'm making as a uppercase, so that means I'm performing some operation on atoms. So for that, these selectors will be used. So that's all about the selectors and atoms in Recoil.js. If you know these two things, then you can easily understand inside what is going and what kind of states we have to use and everything. Yeah, coming to real-time practice, first we need to install Node.js. If you haven't installed Node.js in your mission, please install, download the Node.js in our official documents, and then create a new project, React.js. If you don't know how to create React.js, you can search an official document like React.js.org. So they have mentioned all the things. Now already I have created one small project with using the npx create React app. So same thing, you can use it. And after that, what you have to do, you have to install Recoil, right? Without Recoil, you can't do any state management. So how you can install Recoil? You have to install npm install Recoil. Yeah. So yeah, it's installed, and let me start my project. If you see meantime, in index, just app component, and in the app component there is nothing. Just I have written one static data Recoil.js. So that is what he is printing Recoil.js, right? Now to get to access your recoil, first what you have to do, you have to wrap recoil root in your root component. That means index.js file. Go to index.js file. First import the recoil root, recoil root. This is the one. If you just import this recoil root and drop it in the app component. Yes. So it's what it will do. Whatever you have created selectors or atoms that state available entire your application. That is the meaning of your wrapping everything required inside the app component. Now we'll create one atom, counter atom. For that we will create one folder, atoms, right? In this I'm creating one file, counter. So const counter equal to atom. As I have mentioned, atom, it's take default object. That object contains the key. It's a unique name. That means I'm giving the counter. After that, by default I am giving 0. So this is a good example, like how it works and everything. State inside your components, how we can access the same thing. The counter example is very good. So after that, what you have to do, you have to export, right? So just I have created atom and with key and default value. In next lecture, how we can access this atom in our component, and on click of the button, how we can change your default value to count, increment the count. Yeah, that's all about this video. If you like my content, please like and subscribe my channel. Yeah, thank you.